$3,000. That's what some people are paying for a single night at a hotel most travelers have never heard of, on an island they can't even pronounce. But here's the thing that's been keeping me up at night. After spending weeks researching this place, I'm starting to think they might actually be getting a bargain. I'm talking about Rosewood Miyakojima, Japan's most exclusive luxury resort that's so exclusive that only 55,000 people live on the entire island chain where it sits. A place where a local fisherman spears your dinner by moonlight, where you can learn pottery from someone the Japanese government calls a living national treasure, and where the water is so impossibly blue they gave it its own name. But there's a catch, something they don't mention in those glossy brochures that could make you feel completely ripped off. So let me break down exactly what you're really getting for $3,000 a night, and whether this place is worth it or just another overpriced luxury trap. Let me start with the location, because that's where this story gets interesting. Miyakojima sits 45 minutes south of Okinawa by plane, or 3 hours south of Tokyo. We're talking about a cluster of 5 subtropical islands with a total population of just 55,000 people. The locals call it the Island of Prayers because of its spiritual significance. And when you see those turquoise waters they call Miyako Blue, you'll understand why people consider this place sacred. The resort itself sits on an untouched peninsula that looks like it was designed by nature specifically for this hotel. 55 villas scattered across 5 different zones, each with direct ocean views and private pools. But here's where it gets crazy. Those private pools aren't heated in winter, which means for half the year you're paying $3,000 a night for a pool you can't use unless you're into ice baths. Now, let's talk about what you actually get for that money. The accommodations are divided into 5 zones with names from the local Okinawan dialect. The Dea villas overlook dramatic cliffs, the Mui villas sit peacefully in the mountains, the Miji villas are positioned right at the peninsula's tip, the Uru villas are directly on the sand, and the Isu villas nestle against the rocky beach. Then there are 3 massive houses, Upra, Kuda, and Kami, which are the crown jewels of the property, featuring 3-meter-high ceilings, private barbecue grills, and dedicated butler service. The design philosophy here is what they call Ryukyu-inspired, drawing from the ancient kingdom that existed separately from Japan for 400 years. Dutch design firm Studio Piet Boon created these modernist blocks using local Ryukyu limestone, and the attention to detail looks incredible from what we can see. Every villa has those silently sliding wooden doors, contemporary hanging lamps, and modern display areas showcasing Japanese arts and crafts. It's like staying inside a piece of art. If you're enjoying this honest breakdown so far, hit that like button and subscribe for more weekly reviews of the best hotels around the world. Okay, let's get real about the food situation. Because at $3,000 a night, you expect the dining to be extraordinary. The resort has 4 restaurants and bars. Nagi is the main dining space where they serve Italian cuisine with Japanese techniques. Think saffron risotto balls and Wagyu beef tartare. Now, Italian food in Japan at these prices seems a bit disconnected from the location, but the portions are reportedly generous. Where the food really seems to shine is at Mas, the oceanside restaurant that focuses on local seafood. They work with a local fisherman named Takata-san, who literally spears grouper and other fish by moonlight in the neighboring bay. When you're paying these prices, you want ingredients you literally cannot get anywhere else in the world, and that's exactly what they're promising here. The spa experience through their Asaya concept is where things get interesting. Now, this part of Japan doesn't have natural hot springs, which is unusual for a Japanese luxury resort. But they've created 6 treatment rooms, a yoga studio, and separate hydrotherapy facilities with steam, sauna, and whirlpool. The therapists incorporate local healing rituals using medicinal herbs and Miyako Island sea salt. They offer something called a medicine of life treatment, and while it sounds like marketing nonsense, the combination of local herbs and sea salt is exactly the kind of unique experience you're paying for. Here's what really sets this place apart though, the experiences. This isn't just a resort where you lie by the pool and order room service. The managing director, Noriko Nakayama, is a turtle expert with a master's degree in environmental science from Yale. She personally takes guests out to see the green sea turtles that spend their juvenile years in these waters. Swimming with those ancient creatures in water so clear you can see 30 feet down, that's not something you can put a price on. They also offer traditional Japanese arts like toge pottery and adan weaving with local artisans. Guests can learn to make ceramics at a 300-year-old studio run by someone designated as a living national treasure of Japan. These aren't tourist activities. These are authentic, cultural experiences that most visitors to Japan never get access to. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Is it actually worth $3,000 a night? Here's the honest breakdown. If you're comparing it to other luxury resorts purely on amenities and service, probably not. You can get similar luxury at a Four Seasons or Ritz-Carlton for half the price. But if you're paying for exclusivity, authenticity, and experiences you literally cannot get anywhere else on Earth, then it starts to make sense. The service level appears to be flawless. Guests get dedicated butler service that anticipates needs before they even know they have them. The location is so remote and untouched that you feel like you've discovered a secret part of the world, and the cultural immersion seems deeper than anything you'd experience at other luxury property. But here are the downsides you need to know about. First, those unheated pools in winter are a real problem that guests have mentioned. Second, the remoteness that makes it special also makes it limiting. You're essentially trapped on the property, which is fine for some people, but claustrophobic for others. Third, the Italian restaurant feels out of place and overpriced, even by luxury resort standards. The accessibility is also limited. There's only one accessible villa, and the pool and beach aren't wheelchair accessible, which is disappointing for a property at this price point. Here's who this resort is perfect for. Couples looking for the ultimate romantic getaway, families who want luxury with cultural education for their kids, and anyone who values exclusivity over everything else. The Rosebuds program for babies and toddlers looks incredibly thoughtful, and the Rosewood Explorers Club keeps older kids engaged with activities like origami and traditional Okinawan skin art. The bottom line? Rosewood Miyakojima isn't just expensive because it can be. It's expensive because it offers something genuinely rare in today's world. In an age where luxury travel has become commoditized and every exclusive resort feels the same, this place actually delivers on the promise of a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So is it worth $3,000 a night? For most people, no. But for the right traveler at the right moment in their life, it might be priceless. If you're considering booking, make sure you're going for the right reasons: the cultural immersion, the natural beauty, and the exclusivity. Don't go expecting the biggest pools or the most extravagant restaurants, because that's not what you're paying for. If you're planning any luxury travel and want more brutally honest takes like this, subscribe and hit that notification bell. I've got reviews of some incredible properties coming up that you won't want to miss. And watch this next video to see one of the most futuristic hotels ever built.